inside. I think that's the sole storyline of this fight, Rich.
Well, he's a southpaw for one, and in fact they both are southpaws here, so that sometimes can lead to some interesting scenarios during the course of the fight. But Wiggins is a short man as it is in terms of the today's heavyweight at 5'11", and I think they might be exaggerating even with that a little bit, but listed at 5'11", Barry. I think you know, he's had a career where he's accustomed to being in that situation, having to unfold a scenario whereby he gets close to his opponents. Now he's coming off a win over Courage Shabalala, a very good victory for Wiggins certainly, and he's a guy who's been the distance with Monty Barrett and DeVera Williamson. In fact, with Monty Barrett, he lost only a split decision, so he can fight something. It's a live opponent out there in front of Audley Harrison tonight.
And he told us that, yeah, you know, I'm going to get hit a little bit, but you got to take some to give some. And he said that's my intent tonight. Right now he is inside the jab of Harrison. When he gets at long range, of course, then he's got a problem.
Well, if he can stay inside it, it'll work to his advantage. He feels that Harrison doesn't like pressure, and he says, I'm going to put pressure on him. But thus far, he really hasn't.
I got you.
Sometimes you say that, sometimes that's your plan, but then you're fighting a guy who's halfway across the ring from you. It's a little difficult to do.
And the guys were talking about it earlier, but it is a fact. Harrison had an excuse the last time. He had an ankle problem. Even though I thought he finished well, he didn't fight early very well. And he says this time, there is no excuse. And I think the guy he's fighting tonight is a more live opponent than the guy he had last time. Not much doing here in round one.
I got you.
As the crowd will attest to. There's a good left hand, and Wiggins was hurt.
That wobbled him. It was an excellent combination. He set it up with two right jabs and followed with a quick left cross. So he feels some of the power of Audley Harrison here early. But he said earlier today, I know I'm going to have to take some to get in.
Well, he took that one, and it did wobble him. There's the Harrison jab. It's a good, strong jab, one of the better jabs in the heavyweight division.
Harrison is patient. He's probing. He's looking for an opening. Fans don't always appreciate patience.
Well, that's what we were talking earlier about, needing a defining fight or needing a fight that will make people take notice. And this is the type of fight that Harrison fights. And quite honestly, it's not crowd pleasing.
All right. All right, Phil.
Cal Torrance, long-time assistant to Eddie Futch, and I think one of the great trainers in the sport.
Well, just keep busting up the jab. He'll have to start gambling, okay? But be ready when he do so, okay?
Got a small cut from the side. Okay?
Now he just working that jab. Of course, he's almost 7 feet. You want to do that, but you got to get around it. You got to slip. You got to get under that jab. You got to come under. Under over with that right hand. Give me some more water. It's hard to get under the jab.
Come on.
That's when you're sitting back. Don't sit back and wait on it.
Got to go after him.
You can't sit back and wait on him.
Go after him. Got to go after him.
Can't wait on him. You got to go after him.
That's an interesting
way. He'll never.
Interesting exchange there, as Robert Wiggins says to his corner. They're telling him get under the jab. He's saying it's hard to get under that jab.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's a fact. They also said there was a little cut in the corner of Wiggins' right eye. We haven't seen it or seen any blood from it, but the trainer was saying that.
Break. I got you. Break.
So Harrison with the one big punch in the first round. Very quiet round. But he did not allow Wiggins to get inside. And that is the bottom line of this fight. Let's go to Sean O'Grady, who's in the corner of Robert Wiggins. Sean?
Thanks, Barry. I'm with Jim Casey, the corner man of Wiggins. You said he's got a cut. Where is it?
Small cut on the right eye. Very minor. Very minor.
What do you tell him to do at this point?
Well, we're trying to get him to get inside, and when he gets inside, punch, go to his body. You know, we're trying to our plan is to go to the body early, then come up top to the head. But don't stay on the outside, getting tap, tap, tap by that long jab, and then that straight left coming down the pipe.
Jim, how about body punches from him?
Exactly. We want to go after him. We go to the body. We're working on the body. He's got a lot of body.
Given too much respect over here. That's what they say.
Exactly.
That's it from Jim, guys.
Well, he's just not doing it right at the moment. He is staying outside.
Robert Wiggins, to be effective, has to be a pressure fighter, and he's not unleashing pressure on Audley Harrison. So Harrison can just sit back and poke at him.
But this is not the kind of fight that's going to win Audley Harrison a lot of fans.
Look, if you want to send people running to the box office with bundles full of cash to see you fight, you've got to be spectacular. I mean, he talks about fighting Samuel Peter and Calvin Brock. Samuel Peter has been spectacular. I mean, they're from all the same Olympic class of the year 2000, and Audley Harrison was the Olympic gold medalist. Let's not lose sight of that fact.
Now, he does have a good jab, and I think he's a really capable guy. There's the left hand behind the jab again.
Let your work inside, guys.
But he needs to have one of those fights that make people notice it. Audley getting married next month.
I got you. Stop.
This guy has lived a lot in the last few years. I mean, his autobiography is actually out.
Yes.
And, you know, he's received the MBE from the Queen of England. You know, he's a big favorite to his fight, which was in the Olympic Games, was televised live overnight in England, where it got unbelievable television rankings. But he has yet to make a hit in America. And I'm not sure if the kind of fight that he's fighting right now, while it's a winning fight, Barry, might not be the kind to make him a big hit here.
Yeah, and he's not allowing Wiggins to do anything, and as a result of that, it's not making for an interesting fight.
I mean, Audley is a good fighter. You can just see it in there. I mean, he really has nice technique. He gets around the ring well. He jabs very well. He just needs to get busier. You know, he's a big, powerful guy. He should take advantage of it.
And around two.
Great news was.
We welcome you back. Round number 3. Barry Tompkins, Rich Marotta, and we are joined by the champ, James Toney. And are you awake over there, champ?
Hey, I just woke up, man. The guy next to me, he just threw some beer on me.
I know that you would never be in a fight like this one's been for the first 2 rounds. You'd make the action, wouldn't you?
Man, I like to fight, man. These guys right here are just taking pictures of each other. I mean, just sitting back, you know, Audley Harrison, he's an imposing fella. He should be imposing his will on this guy, and he sit back and he's waiting.
But James, when you fight too, I mean, you are patient at times. I mean, you break down your opponent bit by bit, kind of dissect them, do you not?
Yeah, but see, I'm